What happens next? New music?
Yeah.
Do we get to see you live? Any festivals?
Absolutely. There's tons of festivals this year. Tour dates just gone up around Europe. I'm sure there will be more news for the UK very soon. Single as well. I'm actually working on the mix of that now.
Yes!
There's tons of stuff. I can't wait to, sing our heads off together.
Sam, I have to say you are full of magic. You so deserved it with all the love that you shared. We are so thrilled that you've let us be a little part of your adventure.
Thank you. It feels so cool to think back when we were stood in this room singing ABBA together, and now with kind of a little bit of fear underneath that, an anticipation but enthusiasm, and then coming back now with just absolute relief, joy, smiles, and thank you.
Enjoy that curry with your granddad.
Can't wait,
darling. And will you send him all our love?
I will.
Must be
He'll be stoked.
So proud. Sam Ryder, we love you.
Congratulations.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. So we're going to start in Aberdeenshire in Macduff on the A947, which is closed at the moment because of a fire on Myrus Avenue. The M62 on the eastbound side. One lane out between 25 for Brighouse and 26. That's because of a breakdown. Everything being held on the M6 North between 16 for Crewe and 17 for Sandbach. It's because of animals on the road. And 2 lanes out on the M1 on the southbound side at junction 11A for Luton. That's because of an accident. So we bore you are right up to date.
Chris and Rosie Ramsey on the way. Sam, we love you. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 8 o'clock on Monday the 16th of May. Good morning, this is Tina Dahealy. Boris Johnson is ready to change part of the Brexit deal if the EU won't accept changes to trading rules in Northern Ireland. The energy regulator has proposed changing the price cap on bills 4 times a year. And the Queen has enjoyed the first celebrations to mark her Platinum Jubilee. Ministers are preparing to put forward legislation tomorrow which would allow them to override parts of the Brexit deal which govern trade between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Ahead of a visit to Belfast today, the Prime Minister has said he remains open to dialogue with Brussels but will have to act if the EU doesn't change its position. Ireland's Foreign Minister Simon Coveney's warned that such a unilateral action by the UK could be deeply harmful. Here's our political correspondent Nick Eardley.
The Prime Minister will arrive in Belfast later, knowing that the DUP will only agree to resume power sharing if there are changes to the Brexit deal. Despite signing up to the deal himself, Boris Johnson agrees that changes are needed. Writing in the Belfast Telegraph, he says he is open to dialogue, but warns the UK will have to act if the EU doesn't change its position. A senior government source said that barring any last-minute changes, the government would now introduce legislation to allow ministers in London to override parts of the protocol to enable easier trade. The legislation would have to go through Parliament, and that could take months.
In the past hour, the energy regulator Ofgem has announced plans to review its price cap every 3 months rather than twice a year. It says the change would mean customers benefit more quickly from falls in underlying gas and electricity costs. The price cap rose by more than 50% last month, with millions of households facing a £700 increase in their annual bills as a result. Jonathan Brearley is the head of Ofgem.
Throughout this gas crisis, we have been making sure that customers are protected and they pay a fair price for their energy. Now, if you look forward and you think about the future of that gas price, it's incredibly hard to predict. And clearly, since Russia invaded Ukraine, the international prices have gone up again. And as I've said before, we do expect further price rises. But as soon as those costs come down, we will make sure that prices come down.
Greater Manchester Police are investigating a suspected dog attack in which a 3-year-old boy died. The child was injured at an address in Milne Row near Rochdale. Officers are also looking into previous incidents involving dogs at the same property. Head teachers are warning of disruption in this summer's public exams because of a shortage of invigilators. Students in England, Wales and Northern Ireland are beginning to sit their GCSEs and A-levels for the first time since being cancelled for the past 2 years during the pandemic. Some school staff and